Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good. And as we've gotten through and been doing all of our Galactic Legend Ultimate Farming Guides, I thought we'd take a step back here from those guys and talk about one of the guys that just opens up so much of the game to you by farming him. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, done on purpose by Capital Games, obviously, and importantly, I think that it really makes a lot of sense that Jedi Knight Luke opens up about half of the Galactic Legends, and other ships he just kind of overlaps with all sorts of stuff in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We're going to talk about his farming path, some teams that go along with the mods, and everything else that goes along with Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And first, let's talk about, because I think this is the most important thing, everything that Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker opens up to you as a player in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So here he is, he's just a regular journey himself, but a part of his journey really overlaps. Look at the Millennium Falcon here, and the what's that? Wedges fighter there. Well, if we look at the Millennium Falcon, and we talk about the farm for getting the Millennium Falcon, well, you're looking at bounty hunter ships for that. And when you think of bounty hunter ships, I know what you think of. You think of the Executors. So it's a direct overlap with the Executor, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Not only the bounty hunter ships in here with Houndstooth, Slave One, the IG-2000, you also need to get Cad Bane and Razor Crest. So you just need to get all the bounty hunter ships to go with the Executor, but also just Darth Vader himself. You need Darth Vader to unlock Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. He's one of the requirements. So there's a lot of overlap here with the Executor, first of all. And this is why we talk about the Jedi Knight Luke farming path. There's also overlap here with the Profundity as you move forward on the Jedi Knight Luke path. There's no real direct, except for Wedge Antilles X-Wing is here, and you use the Millennium Falcon with the Profundity. But as you move forward into farms like Jedi Master Luke, there is overlap there with Mon Mothma and Dash Rendar. Over to Jabba, you've got Dash Rendar's ship, the, oh my golly, Outrider right there. So you've got overlap there as well. And when you look at Leia Organa, you've got Harrison Dula. You have a lot of overlap, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, to these two ships in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And other than that, you look at Galactic Legends. We start with the obvious Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. He actually requires Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker himself. But along the way, you're looking at Old Ben, who's required for CLS. A lot of characters you have to get for Jedi Knight Luke, you also get for Jedi Master Luke. And it's why I say on this channel a lot, if you have farmed Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, you're a great deal of the way already to Jedi Master Luke. With characters like Old Ben, C-3PO, Chewpio, 3PO and Chewie, R2-D2, Hans, well, I mean, not R2-D2, I think that's, anyway, I like R2-D2. Anyway, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, you need to get Commander Luke Skywalker. Who you need for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker? Hermit Yoda, Wedge Antilles, we talked about his X-Wing already, and Lando Calrissian. So many requirements for Jedi Master Luke overlap with Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, and I guess I've been remiss here. I didn't even look at these requirements for Jedi Knight Luke, which is kind of the most important thing leads into that. Wampa, of course, is a team all unto herself. CLS is somebody you're going to unlock early. We talk about Princess Leia. We talk about R2-D2 required for CLS. Old Ben required for CLS. You know, those characters there are required for Jedi Master Luke as well. 3PO and Chewbacca required here. Rolo and Captain Han Solo. Blah. Okay, anyway, keep moving on forward. There's that Millennium Falcon and Wedge's X-Wing. There's Hermit Yoda, part of your requirements for Jedi Master Luke. There's Lando, part of your requirements for Jedi Master Luke. So there's a lot that falls in here that also comes out with all of those farms, and there's more. There's more. Jabba requires Jedi Master Luke and Han Solo, and Outrider that also goes with your Profundity. There's 3PO is required for Jabba. More and more and more overlap. The more we move forward, the more we overlap, and even looking at Leia Organa. We need, let's see here, where are we? We need Wicket. Well, any Ewoks we need are needed for 3PO. 3PO is needed for Jedi Knight Luke, and then you need more here. Wicket, Princess Nisa. There's Lando Calrissian again. There's R2 again. Captain Han Solo, Rebel Officer Leia Organa, required directly for Jedi Knight Luke. Chief Chirpa. We've got Commander Luke Skywalker. There's your boy. And Chewpio, 3PO and Chewie. The overlap and the amount of things the amount of other farms that Jedi Knight Luke opens up to you in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is really astonishing. 3 Galactic Legends, 2 capital ships. He overlaps with the Commander Luke Skywalker event, with the R2-D2 event, just so Chewbacca event, the 3PO event, Millennium Falcon. So much of it overlaps into and out of Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. It really is amazing, and it's amazing if you're just farming him, the things that it opens up for you on your roster. Let's take a look at another benefit of Jedi Knight Luke. This is the Ground War Assault Battle, and Jedi Knight Luke is the proven only leader. As far as you know, I don't think any new rebels have come out. I've tried it with Jedi Master Kenobi to no success. Jedi Knight Luke is the only leader in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that gets you through Challenge Tier 3 of Ground War. What happens is at the end of each tier, I've got video out there on that. I've got the content. At the end of each tier, you make sure that he's got all of his cooldowns available, and a Jedi gets a turn. They call everybody to assist with the special ability in the event. I can't remember what it's called. And then when they use a special ability in the event, Jedi Knight Luke actually gets a turn immediately, and then he stuns the whole other team, and you're off to the races. And no other Jedi in the game to date, as far as I'm aware of, maybe there's something with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan that I'm not aware of, but I don't think it's there. He gets the job done, and he makes it happen. So Jedi Knight Luke opens up Ground War to you for Challenge Tier 3 in that assault battle. And while talking about that, some of the squads he opens up, the utility of Jedi Knight Luke in game is not super amazing awesome. He really just kind of goes with Jedi Master Luke. You can find some other places to put him, but they're not all that thrilling of places. You also get the full CLS team along the way. You're gonna be getting that. Only Chewie and 3PO are officially required to unlock Jedi Knight Luke, but as you do the other characters that go along that we've already been mentioning, we've already seen that 3PO and Chewie and Han Solo are going to also come on your team at the same time, so the whole CLS team becomes used in the farming. But yeah, Jedi Knight Luke just goes with Jedi Master Luke. That's kind of just a hands-down thing. You're also going to get a nice little Wampa action here, but you've already farmed Wampa because I've told you to so many times. You'll also get Darth Vader, whose utility in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has waned a bit, although he finds the right spots of maybe a Dr. Aphra team or sometimes a Traya team. He takes care of Geos, which is not all that exciting anymore. Rework Vader. We could use a little rework there. Anywho, as far as farming, his utility is somewhat limited, and we'll talk about the mods in a second. So until you get Jedi Master Luke, he's going to be probably leading a squad on his own. One of the cool things that he does here, and one of the reasons why, when you're doing Ground War, that assault battle, you're gonna mod him slow. You want to mod him for offense and mod him slow. So that, because at the start of each of his turns, all enemies are reduced to his base speed until the end of the encounter, and their base speed can't be increased after their speed is limited this way. So you want him really slow in Ground Wars so the other teams aren't getting turns. Now, once you put him on the team with Jedi Master Luke, speed is just fine. You want him getting turns, and that's no problem at all. But when he's a leader, no speed is where you want to have him for his mods. Let's talk about those mods a little bit more. I just jumped out of the whole thing there. Let's talk about his mods a little bit more. I don't have a great mod set on Jedi Knight Luke, to be honest. You want to go with an offense set. You can put offense or crit damage here. Either one of them works. Crit damage is going to give you a little more usefulness and more damage out of him. I probably need to rethink my triangle mod and get that on him here. Potency, I don't need a potency mod on him. I don't have an ideal setup. You need offense. You need crit damage or offense. You need offense here on the cross. People even go with speed or offense on the arrow. You just want as much offense and damage as possible coming from Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. That means an offense set, and I really need to relook at this. Although I've just been kind of limited with my offense mods here in the game, applying different characters. You guys know, and I know, that as you farm Lightspeed bundles and build up your roster really fast, you run out of mods. You don't always have the ideal mods on your characters, but as much offense as possible. This should be an offense primary. This should probably be a crit damage primary, maybe offense. And this, if I can get an offense mod, an offense primary with a ton of secondary speed, that'd be the way to go on Jedi Jedi Knight Luke. Again, if he's in the leader slot, in Ground War, or until you get Jedi Master Luke, you can go with an offense mod there and keep all this really slow so he slows down the other team in general. My general thoughts on Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker: he is a tremendous gateway character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Much like we talk about gateway drinks and gateway drugs. It's not the same at all. The man who saved the galaxy by sheer will of his virtue alone is the man who will drive half of the farming. For Galactic Legends, it's good, a little less than half now, but maybe a third of your farming in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes with all the overlap. And you look at the secondary overlap. When you get all those bounty hunter ships to get Millennium Falcon, well, those guys are going to peel off and not only do Executor, but those guys are going to get Finalizer for you as well. So there's some peel off there too when you really look at the whole round big picture of things. And as you start expanding out from Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, many, many, many great things and great teams and great results will be on your roster. If you haven't started farming Jedi Knight Luke, I think he is, for me, one of the first big characters you're going to get in the game on your way to your Galactic Legends. And when I talk about Galactic Legends, we talk about Jabba a lot. He's required for Jabba. Jabba gets you a truckload of mod materials every month. I've measured out at more than 10,000 crystals worth of mod materials on a monthly basis. So Jedi Knight Luke will lead you to all sorts of good stuff in the game by the sheer will of his virtue alone. And that's what we got. I love Jedi Knight Luke. I love you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Always remember, Nooch too good.